Hi, my special occasion speech is called The People We Meet Along the Way. What if I told you that you haven't met all of the people that are going to love you? And if you think about it, we sometimes meet the best people in the most unexpected ways, whether that's through a friend, at the fair, or even your local grocery store. And up until I went to college, I thought I had all the right people in my life, so why need more, right? It felt like my canvas was full of color and there was no more room to add on to it. I had a great group of friends. I was blessed with amazing parents and siblings, so what more could I ask for? So here I go, off to college, and boy was I wrong. Today I would like to take the time to honor my best friend, Shania. She has been the anchor through the storms and the brightest color on my canvas. Best friends can be and mean a lot of different things. And to me, Shania has been my safe harbor, my alarm clock, and sunshine. Those comparisons may sound a bit strange, so let me explain. Soon after Shania and I became roommates in college, it was clear that we had each other's best interests. With that, we became comfortable and trustworthy of one another. When it comes to venting and letting off steam, she was always there, and I called her my therapist. I feel safe to be vulnerable, peace in knowing that she won't judge me, and security in the fact that anything we talk about won't be repeated. So I say that she's my safe harbor. There were many times at school where I didn't fully prioritize it, and I struggled and didn't fully understand why. As we got to know one another, we spoke about how we grew up and the relationships we had along the way, meaning with friends and family. Then it clicked. She had mentioned something from my childhood and how it was reflecting in my habits. She didn't judge me by my past, she simply saw ways that I could improve. And when it was time for boy talk, she always had my back. I would tell her something a guy said or something they did, and without fail, she'd see why I had to stop talking to them immediately without me saying anything. There were times I wasn't feeling it with a guy, and even though they hadn't done anything wrong, she was always supportive. And don't get me wrong, it's nice to have someone who always agrees with you and sees where you're coming from, but you also need someone who's honest with you. And as my roommate, Janai had to wake me up for class a few times because I didn't set alarms or I just slept through it. But she's also my alarm clock in the sense that she'll wake me up out of bad habits. College was the first time I decided to get blackout drunk, and it wasn't so much that I wanted it to happen as much as it just did. It was the first time I was in that kind of state of mind, so I really had no knowledge of my behavior. And after one specific night that I will not be sharing, Shania decided to tell me of my behavior and how I get when I have one too many drinks. I was mortified by what had happened, and I took it as my wake-up call to get it together. She's always kept it real with me, even in the little things, whether an outfit looks good or if I could have said something in a different manner. And we have learned to be honest with each other, even if it hurts. And at the end of the day, she knows how to make me smile and laugh. When the bad days come along, she's always there to hear me out. She gives me advice when I ask for it, but most importantly, she listens. She knows what to say at the end of it to make me feel better, making her the sunshine on my cloudy days. Being in a romantic relationship, there are the good days and the bad days. Sometimes we need someone to talk to about the personal things, and at first I kept it to myself because it's no one's business. But I got to a point where I needed some perspective. And who did I go to? Shania. It was like exhaling a breath I didn't know I was holding on to. By the end of it, I was clear-minded and laughing. Bad days come and go, whether it started out on your way to class or at work, or the day just feels like it's not going your way. I've learned that when I really need someone to talk to, Shania is just a phone call away. She gets my mind off the negative and reminds me of the person I am. And I hope with everything I've said, it shows you what a wonderful person Shania is. This just goes to show that if I had closed off to meeting new people, I would have missed out on the beautiful relationship that I have with my best friend. We had been introduced through a mutual friend, but didn't think much of it. I thought I would be visiting friends and they would be visiting me, and that was not the case at all. I didn't realize I didn't have a true friend until I met Shania, and I am so glad things didn't go how I expected them to. I encourage you to stay open to new encounters and remember how important first impressions are. Let new people pick up a brush and add some color to your canvas because you never know how bright the color may be. Thank you.